Well, first of all, it's really great to be in Santa Fe finally, there are so many natural reasons why Argentina and New Zealand would be partners, and also bringing it down to a provincial level, why New Zealand would want to partner with Santa Fe. For New Zealand, we have for a long time wanted to engage and deepen our relationships with Latin America, and Argentina, of course, is a big part of that. And it will come as no surprise that when we're thinking about the relationship and the opportunities for cooperation, there are some very clear areas. Agriculture, of course, and Santa Fe is a big part of that. Sport is another one. And then looking at the people-to-people links that really are the bedrock, the foundation of the relationship between New Zealand and Argentina. And to be frank, the relationship between our two countries has been too quiet for many years. The part that hasn't been quiet, that has continued to grow quite strongly, has been that people-to-people element. And we are very fortunate to welcome 1,000 young Argentines to New Zealand every year under the Work and Holiday Program, and they provide an enormous contribution to New Zealand, and very very much welcomed. And it's pleasing for us as the embassy to see a greater number of young Kiwis coming to Argentina as well. For travel, for volunteer work, for study. And we have a new Prime Minister's Fellowship program where young Kiwis can apply to study and sometimes work in Latin America. And we're just receiving our first two now, which is another, I think, great aspect of the relationship. And of course, sport. Sport, always rugby. But not only rugby, and we've had the Las Leonas in New Zealand this week, playing the New Zealand women's team, the Black Sticks. There's a lot of potential there. Football is a growth sport in New Zealand, so of course we have a lot to learn from Argentina in that respect. And then other sports as well, whether it's yachting or equestrian or rally driving. So I think when we think about sport diplomacy, it's much more than rugby, but rugby is a big part. Well, first of all, civil society is incredibly important in our work as diplomats, as a foreign ministry. And I've had the good fortune of working with civil society partners throughout my diplomatic career, and what I've found is that we often have the same goals, and we really benefit from drawing on each other's expertise and experience to try and achieve those goals. And so when we're thinking about Argentina and what we're trying to achieve, which at the very high level is a deeper relationship, a deeper partnership with benefits for both sides, civil society has a very important role to play in that, in terms of helping us to reach more people and get that message out, to find partners, to work on particular projects. We have a very strong partnership with RASI as the embassy, and we have a small embassy fund for development projects, for example. And they help us to implement and find projects to support. So it's a very practical example that we're doing already. But I think all the different players, whether it's the government, industry, business, civil society, academia, we all bring different strengths and expertise. And I think if we're all working together, and so we'd say, in the same waka is the Māori word for canoe or boat, and paddling in the same direction, then we have a greater chance of achieving our goals. So very much looking forward to working with the foundation, and I think this is the first of just the start of a lasting relationship and a lasting friendship.